Mills Young here, MMA Locker Room with Tony Picks, and we're about to go over this UFC Noche card. And I'm about to give you guys the overs and unders and how to bet these fights and get the best numbers. Yeah, folks, we're back at it, folks. We had a while to take some time off, okay? Now, this show is dedicated to giving you guys the best numbers. And we're going to be talking about, is this fight going to finish or go the distance at UFC Fight Night going down in San Antonio, Texas this Saturday, okay? Make sure you guys watching this too, because I got a fighter fighting on this card. I got an interview out with. If you guys want more information on that, stay tuned. If you guys want our best picks, our best bets, what you need to do, hit me up on the premium pick tab right here on Tony Picks, man. I already got some premiums going on this fight card, and I got a lot of action that I like, okay? Now, you could get my 3-day pass. It's Thursday. So with that being said, you get everything that I'm releasing from today all the way to Saturday, included with my UFC package. Now, let's go ahead and get it started, man. All right, the first fight of the night, we got Daniil Donchenko taking on Rodrigo Sezinando. Now, this fight is an Ultimate Fighter championship winner, okay? Now, in here, you got Donchenko the favorite, minus 218 on the books. They got the over set at a minus 165 at a 1.5 rounds. The under is going to be plus 130. It's a little bit hard to gauge on these fighters to see exactly if they're going to go over 1.5 or under. But when you look at the finish upside, I want to say Donchenko has 7 wins by finish, and Sezinando is right around the same era. Now, over 1.5, I do think it gets there because I think these guys have been scheduled to fight and they got rebooked a couple of times. So the jitters are going to be there. But looking at the underdog, I like the underdog in here, man. I think he's going to have the opportunity to extend this fight past that first round and just smother him and win with, ground control and stuff like that. So I like the dog in here, man. I'm taking Rodrigo to win, and give me the over 1.5. Next fight, man. Let's see how we can get the best bet on the over and under in this one. Monster Rendon taking on Alice Pereira. Alice Pereira is the minus 148 favorite. She's making her UFC debut, 5-0. But I looked at her record and seen some of her fights. She just fought cans. She has 2 fights against fighters to where they didn't even sanction those fights after she got wins. I don't think that her caliber of fight experience is going to be able to get past Rendon in this spot. I think the clinching of Rendon and the ground control and the takedowns is going to be enough to get it done. I like the underdog in there. The over is set at a minus 285 at 2.5 rounds. You already know women's fights expected to go over. I like the over for sure. Give me the over 2.5, and I think the dog is live in that one. All right, man. Next fight taking place. Alessandro Costa, he's taking on Alden Coria. Alden Coria is making his UFC debut, coming from the Fury fight promotion. I've seen him fight over there a couple of times. He's like 10-3 or 10-4. But Costa's the big favorite in this spot, and it's warranted. Minus 400 on the books. Talented veteran with a good fight experience, and he already has wins in the UFC. But at that price tag, are we betting him on that, or are we going to take the over 2.5 at a minus 115? Now, when you look at this fight, I think that the favorite is warranted for that price tag, but the over 2.5 is something to where I think it gets there. I think this fight does go to the scorecards to see the judges, so I'm going to take the favorite, and I'm going to take the over 2.5 in this one. All right, next fight taking place. Zachary, minus 230 on the books. He's taking on Sedriques Dumas, 10-3, plus 195 on the books. They got the over 1.5 set at plus money, plus 124. The under 1.5 set at minus 160. I got an interview out with Sedriques Dumas. If you guys want to see more into that, just type it in YouTube. You guys will see, man. Got a lot of insights about this guy, man. The thing that I noticed is whenever he loses, he's getting finished, man. I like the under 1.5 in this fight. This fight's been booked twice already to happen. And the UFC and the matchmakers definitely made this happen in San Antonio, Texas. Zach Reese's background. It seems like they want Zach Reese to go out there and get a win. I'm taking the under in this fight though. Give me the under 1.5. I don't think this one's going the distance. When we were talking to him, he said, "Hey man, I'm going out with a bang." I'm just being honest with you guys, man. Give me the under 1.5 in here for sure. That's my best bet on the whole goddamn card. All right, Jesus Aguilar is taking on Luis Gurule. Luis Gurule's big favorite on here, 2-1 on the books. Opened up at a minus 180s up to a 205 favorite. I like this guy. He has extensive, training with fighters that's at his gym. that they got high level capabilities. He has grapplers in there. He has finish. He has great striking coaches in there as well. Now, Jesus Aguilar, man, a lot of his fights usually finish inside the distance as well, man. I want to say like 7 or 8 out of his fights finish inside the distance. He has a nasty guillotine. The thing that I don't like is he always pulls guard quick in the fights, okay? He tries to throw with you, but his short stature of a fighter ain't gonna get it done in here. They got the over 2.5 set at a -160. The under 2.5 set at a +124. I've been killing some unders on my premium bets, man. And I'll be honest with you guys, man. I like the under in this one, man. Give me the under 2.5 at a +124. If you guys want a better opportunity, just take fight, not going the distance as well. All right, man. Next fight taking place. Tatiana Suarez, big favorite, taking on Amanda Lemos. Tatiana Suarez, you guys know the story with her. 450 on the books. The over 2.5 set at a +105. The unders 2.5 set at a -135. Coming off her first loss against Zaylee Wang, fighting for that championship belt. Nothing's wrong with that. She didn't look good in a 5-round fight. This is a 3-round fight. Amanda Lemos struggles with takedowns, but she has power that she can go out there and throw. All the injuries for Tatiana Suarez might be slowing her down a little bit, right? But I still think this is the spot that she can get right out there. I think that she's going to be aggressive out there. I think she's going to look for the finish early on instead of trying to go the whole 15 minutes. I think she knows what her pedigree is, and her pedigree is to finish fighters early on. Yes, she went to the scorecards before, but those aren't the performances that she needs right here. Give me Tatiana Suarez to get it done in here inside the distance, and give me the fight not going the distance in this one. Yeah, that's the women's fight that's not plus money to go over at all, as you guys see, man. Usually the women's fights are plus money to go over. That one's definitely under, man. But let me know in that fight, man, how you guys see it playing out between Tatiana Suarez and Amanda Lemos. All right, man, next fight taking place, man. Claudio Pereira is taking on Joaquim Silva. Claudio Puelles took some time off from the UFC. Now he's back as a favorite. -115 on the books. Kind of a pick him on the money line. -105 on the other side. The over is set at 2.5 rounds at a -140. The unders plus money at a +110. Claudio Puelles, man. This guy is a guy that goes out there and grapples and just tries to roll and get you on the floor. No matter what's happening, man. He's going to keep going for what he knows, and that's grappling, man. In this time that he took off, though, I think we might see a different Claudio Puelles. Looking at some of the pictures that we've been seeing, man, he's been doing some extensive training, put on some good muscles and pounds. So, you know, I don't think he's going to come out there and fight the same type of style. I think he's going to try to strike first, then clinch and get the fight down to the ground and, you know, go for the submissions. But when you look at it, the over and under, the over is set at a -140, and I can see it getting there, man, because he will search for arm bars and submissions, but a lot of time he's just going to lay on you, and you know, if you're just going to stay out there and not give him anything to work with, he's just going to stay in dominant time control and eat up minutes on the round. So I was going back and forth on this fight. I'm going to take Claudio Puelles, man. He's won money for me before. He only lost with me once. And I do think that, you know, he might add some more elements to his game in here. And give me the over 2.5 in this one as well, man. Next fight taking place. Jose Medina taking on Duško Todorović. Duško, -340 on the books. Talented kickboxer. Good Muay Thai stance, okay? But his defense ain't there. Jose Medina, he don't even know about defense, man. He takes everything on the chin. He has clean boxing as well. He can attack the body. But the one thing about him is he's durable. Not in his last fight, he got knocked out. The over 1.5 in here is set at a -250, and the under is going to be +190. Now, I like the under in this fight, man. I like the fight not going the distance. They got the over 1.5 set at -250. That's just kind of crazy to me, man. Yeah, man. I think Duško could get it done out here, man. I don't think that these guys are going past that to the third round, actually, man. So give me fight not going the distance, and I think the favorite is warranted in that one. Next fight taking place. It's kind of like a pick-em on each side. Alexander Hernandez taking on Carlos Diego Ferreira. Both these guys from Texas. So, you know, they both going to have the home crowd cheering for them, okay? -115 for CDF. -105 for Alex Hernandez the Great. Hernandez has been up and down in weight classes. The thing that I like, though, is that he's been talking about how he got his mental right to where now he knows sometimes he has that quit ability in him in that second round, and he pushes through it now because he don't want to be that same fighter he was. The over 2.5 is set at a -135. The under 2.5 is at a +105. All right. CDF is getting a little bit older, 39 years old. Maybe that chin can get touched. Alex Hernandez was able to put out Chase Hooper. He does have one-punch power ability that can knock out people. CDF, if he gets the finish, I would see this as just like a late round finish, you know, to where maybe Alex Hernandez is slowing down or something like that. And, you know, CDF is able to get it done. Wow, they really just... All right, so... going back and forth. Give me the over 1.5 in here. And then I'm taking Alexander Hernandez in that spot. Yeah, man, I'm sticking with my first gut. I always got to say, and it's 3 G's, and stick to them. Stick to your gut, stick to your guys, and stick with your guns. You know, and yeah, man, I'm sticking with my gut in that pick. And my gut is that Alex Hernandez could do enough in San Antonio, where he's from, to get the job done. And I think it goes over 2.5 rounds as well. Yeah. All right, next fight taking place. We got a great one, man. Quang Lee, +110 on the books. He's taking on Santiago Luna, making his UFC debut. Santiago Luna, 6-0, a.k.a. nicknamed the Border Boy. This guy is as advertised, -130 on the books. They got the over set at a -125 for 2.5 rounds and +105 for under 2.5. Now, I'm a big fan of this guy. I've been watching him since he's been on the amateur scene. My boy put me on him when I was doing some media stuff. He was like, hey, man, you got to watch this guy. We got him at our promotion. He's like 2-0, 3-0 as an amateur. Told me about him. Told Chael Sonnen about him. Now, ever since then, I've been following him. The thing that I like is, man, he goes to school in San Diego, but he lives in Mexico. He crosses the border just to train, man. When you're putting in those type of, you know, attributes at a young stage in your career, you gotta like what's ahead of him. 6-0, 100% finish rate, clean boxer. He can wrestle as well. I really like this kid. Quang Lee, I'm a fan of his as well. He has power as well. Seen him rise on the LFA scene, 1-1 in the UFC. When it comes down to it, Quang Lee's gonna be the more physical fighter. He can go for the wrestling, he can grapple, but the power upside of Santiago Luna is something you can't take for granted, man. He said he's finished him in the first round. I kind of believe him in this one. I love the under in this one, man. Give me the under in this one. This one ain't going the distance. Santiago Luna wins, you know, first round KO. I think he attacks the body and then hits him with the left hook. Next fight taking place, Kevin Gastelum taking on Dustin Stolfus. Kevin Gastelum -250 on the books. How we going to bet it? The over 2.5 at a -215. Think it's going over in this fight, folks. Kevin Gastelum, one of the more durable fighters in the UFC, fought the who's who. Never question that. The thing that I question is, where's his mind at? How much does he want to fight? Dustin Stolfus, on his best day, I don't still think he could beat Kevin Gastelum. But on Kevin Gastelum's worst day or midday, I still think he could beat Dustin Stolfus. You get me, right? But when I first started reading this fight, I was going to make a case for Dustin Stolfus. And then I just started rethinking stuff and seeing stuff. And I'm like... So it's one of those things. I kind of changed my first opinion about everything, and I just got to go with the more proven fighter that I think, even on his worst day, the power of Kevin Gastelum and stuff like that, he should still be able to get this one done. I don't think that Dustin Stolfus could knock him out or anything like that, or outvalue him on the feet. Next fight taking place, Rafael Garcia taking on Jared Gordon. This fight's kind of like a comparison to two fighters with the same styles, but the one of what's not the same, the betting odds. -240 for Jared Gooden. The over 2.5's juice, -330. Under 240, +240 on the books. Now, Rafael Garcia, this guy likes to grapple, likes to push up against the cage, short range boxing. Jared Gordon, clean boxer, likes to wrestle. Overall, I gotta be honest with you, I think Jared Gordon is like your typical fighter that's just like good at everything. He can grapple, but his chin isn't there. His cardio does check out as well. I'm going with Jared Gordon in this spot, but the price tag on it is nothing that I'm just warranted on to head to the window on. And I could see a finish in there, man. I get it. It's chalk to go over. It's chalk to go over. But I could see somebody getting finished in this fight. So I'm taking fight not going the distance in this Jared Gordon versus Rafael Garcia fight on UFC Noche. All right, man. Co-main event time. Smash the like button for me. Put in your best bets right now, man. I need everybody that's watching this. Let me know if you're agreeing with my picks, if you guys got any underdogs I didn't go over, or what's your guys' best bet for UFC Noche. All right, man. Rob Font stepping up on short notice, taking on David Martinez. David Martinez is going to be a plus 110 underdog. Finish upside ability, wow. I mean, I think he has 10 wins by KO out of his 12 wins or something like that, man. He's as advertised. Seen him on the Dana White Contender Series. Quick power and good boxing. The over 2.5 is chalked. Minus 315. The under 2.5 is plus money, plus 230. It all depends on who you think's gonna win. If you think David Martinez is gonna win, you probably like the under, because I think that Rob Font could get caught, get dropped, and get knocked out. But then again, I think Rob Font's already fought the who's who's. He can put together a game plan to beat David Martinez, right? Maybe not on short notice, because when you got a short notice guy who's coming in, it's kind of like, all right, cool, I'm just getting an extra check. All right, what do I need to do? Compared to the guy that's been training for this fight, fighting in front of his crowd, UFC Noche, I mean, this would be a perfect opportunity for David Martinez to get a win over Rob Font. Man, they try to have Rob Font as the gatekeeper for up-and-coming fighters, and they couldn't pass him. Matsumoto, and the list goes on. So for a fighter like David Martinez to come from the Contender Series and get a win over Rob Font, he's going like that. I started off this week all on Rob Font, man. I really did. And I was like, man, I got to get this in before it goes too high. Now, as we getting closer to this, man, I can make a case for David Martinez to knock out Rob Font, man. I really can. So I'm taking the dog money in here, and give me fight not going the distance in this one. Main event time, man. We got a great one, and I need everybody to let me know your picks on this, because everybody's going to be split and torn. Diego Lopes taking on Gene Silva. Gene Silva minus 238 on the books at UFC Noche. How you going to bet it and make money? Over 2.5 is minus 166. The under 2.5 is plus 130. Now, 5-round fight, over 2.5. I think it could get to that third round for sure. But somewhere in that third round, I think something's going to happen, and we ain't seeing the fourth. I like Gene Silva in this spot. I think he can maybe isolate the takedowns. But the power of Diego Lopes, that strong uppercut, you can't take for granted. Both these fighters are good. Diego Lopes is coming off a loss against Volkanovski. Gene Silva's coming off good wins over, some good fighters in the division, and finishing them all inside. Give me the fight not going the distance. I don't care the price tag. We're going to play that, because I could see this fight getting to that third round, maybe to that mid-third round, and then finishing. And I think Gene Silva gets it done. All right, man. UFC Noche. We went over the whole card for you guys to let you guys know the best bets and how to get paid. Now, look, man. I'm going to give you guys a 2-leg parlay, man. It is what it is, man. We shooting. All right, man. I'm taking Alexander Costa. I'm taking Tatiana Suarez. And then I'm taking, those two. That's it, man. 2-team parlay. Meet me at the window. I was going to add another leg in there, but those are the two that I really, now farther in the week, I do feel the most confidence in. Now, if you guys want to see exactly what I'm betting on, my round props, my underdogs, my picks, anything like that, hit us up on the premium pick tab, man. Guarantee we're putting money in your pocket. All right, man. This has been MMA Locker Room. Mills Young here with Tony Picks, and we just went over the UFC Noche card, the overs and unders, and how to bet these fights and give you guys the best betting numbers.